United States, to China.
Hello, awesome and wonderful people. I'm so excited that you joined in with us today. Thank you very much for joining in this exciting time, and we are really going to learn a whole lot. I'm Uncle Soj, and I'm the digital spokesperson for Jawo. So could you do us a favor, wherever you are, could you just type in the comment section where you're calling from, where you're watching from, and the state where you are, the country where you are, before we go even into our time together this wonderful evening. So please just type in the comment section where you're watching from, and kindly also share the video so that many of your friends also can join in, because we're about to move, we're about to get to the moon. You understand what I'm saying? All right? Yes. So could you just help do that very quickly? Help share this video and also make some comments so that we can know exactly where you're watching from, and and we can get to know you in a minute. Oh, thank you, Sheyi. I see Sheyi from Lagos. Thank you for joining in. All right. So very quickly, like in the video that was being shared before I came up live. It's important for people to understand, what cryptocurrencies are. And before we even go further, I'd like to quickly say that anyone who is still, thinking crypto is a scam, or people who are still thinking crypto is going to die, or, it's just one of those bubbles that is passing, I think it's important for you not to ignore this financial revolution. For those who even care to know, crypto actually is over 12 years old. I mean, the first known cryptocurrency, widely accepted cryptocurrency, that is Bitcoin, was actually created in 2008. So you need to understand that if something has lasted for that long, then indeed it's no joke. It's not something that we should joke with at all. So, and it's important, and like every sector, which happened to gold, which happened to even stock exchange, anything new. Thank you. I see you. Jawo Balogun, thank you for joining in. Let's keep sharing the video. Let's keep commenting so that we can get engaged, and so that we can understand better. Because I don't just want to talk to myself. I want us to chat. I want us to understand as much as we can what cryptocurrency is about. So like I was saying, crypto is no joke. A lot of people need to understand that this is a new financial system that has come to stay, and it's important for you to understand the dynamics of this financial system so that you also can profit from it. And that's one of the reasons why we're having this live session together. So please keep sharing the video, invite your friends as we go on further right now. And even as we go on, if you have any questions, feel free to just send your questions in the comment section, and I will do my best to answer you. So like I said, I'm Uncle Soj, and I am the spokesperson for Jawo. So one more time, we're welcome. So let's go straight into what we have for today. So basically, we're looking at crypto currencies, introduction to cryptocurrencies. Okay. Now, this famous Nobel Prize winner, that's Professor Milton Fieldred, is a Nobel Prize winner in economics. One of the things he said, that's related to cryptocurrencies, he said, I think the internet is going to be one of the major forces for reducing the role of government. And the one thing that is missing, but that will soon be developed, is a reliable e-cash. And this was many years ago. This is, an economist who is already, who was foreseeing the future, because they understand the role of governments, how governments, try to hack people down when it comes to, financial liberty, how governments also try to control money, how governments try to control a lot of things, that people are doing. So he knew that the internet was going to, reduce the role of government, but that what was missing, that's very important for us, to understand. What this man said was missing was a reliable e-cash. And apparently that e-cash has already, it was created some 12 years ago, right? Let's look at another quote that is very important. And this is from one of the executive chairmen of, Google. His name is Eric Schmidt. And he said that Bitcoin is a remarkable cryptographic achievement. The ability to create something which is not duplicable in the digital world has enormous value. Lots of people will build businesses on top of it. And a lot of people are already building businesses on top of it. One of the businesses on top of it also, of course, is Jawo itself. I mean, we're excited about that, and we'll be launching very soon. We're launching on the 8th of August. And if you have not yet signed up to be on our wait list, I don't know what you're waiting for. So just go quickly to jawo.io and join our wait list, because when we launch on the 8th, it's a limited number of people that we're going to take at least for our first 3-4 months, and you don't want to miss out of that. Let's look at one other quote also, and this is from the founder of the Swedish private party, and he said, Bitcoin will do to banks what email did to the postal industry. And that's just absolutely spot on. And this, for those who even care to know, this slide was one of my first, in fact, was my first slide when I was teaching on cryptocurrencies, and this was back then in 2018. And even as we go on, you'll be amazed at the prices of some of these cryptocurrencies right now, what they were at that time, and why you should not miss out, and why it's important for you to understand what cryptocurrency is about. So like we said, please share this video, let others join in so that they can be part of this information, and they can also learn as we are also learning together. All right. And this is the co-founder of Apple, Steve Wozniak. And one of the things he said about Bitcoin, he said Bitcoin should be a single global currency. And you know one of the reasons why, or maybe let me just even say that. And why is that? One of the beautiful things about cryptocurrency is, in fact, the idea of cryptocurrency was actually an anti-government movement. And that's the reason why many governments, even a government in Nigeria, they try to find a way to regulate it, because it's not controlled by the government. And I mean, people do not trust the government, even when it comes to their money. Look at even what even happened recently, even in Ukraine, for instance. A lot of people who kept monies in the banks, guess what happened? During the war, the banking system was shut down. What does that mean? They don't even have access to their money. In fact, I prove this to you, just so you even know, whatever fiat currency, whether it's Naira, whether it's cedis, whether it's Kenyan shillings, whatever currency it is, even if it's the US dollar, it will amaze you to know that, as that money is in the bank. And for some reason, for you to even have access to the money, you might need to, fill some forms, you might need to send some things. Even when you use in your app, you did not realize that there are times when your app doesn't work. And for some reason, it's almost like you don't have access to your money. Or sometimes they even put a limitation to it. And that's one of the problems that, cryptocurrencies are here, to solve. And that's why it's very important. This man also, Richard Branson, one of the things he said about cryptocurrency, he said, well, I think it's working. There may be many other currencies like it. And in fact, right now, there are over 20,000 different cryptocurrencies. But of course, Bitcoin is still there. Bitcoin is still, and because Bitcoin is like the genesis, that's the reason why Bitcoin is really that valuable. So he said, but in the meantime, there's a big industry around Bitcoin, and people have made fortunes of Bitcoin. Some have lost money. It's volatile, but people make money off volatility too. And that's exactly what Jawo is trying to help everyone do. For those who don't understand the volatility of cryptocurrency, this is the reason why you hear people say stuff like Bitcoin has crashed. There's no such thing as Bitcoin has crashed. If really it has been crashing, it will interest you to know, which I'll be showing us very soon, even in a chart, how powerful and how profitable Bitcoin has been, how it has been on a steady rise. Of course, there's volatility in going up and down, but there is an upside to it. Those who are experts understand how to trade and make profit from the volatility. In fact, it's the volatility that makes it so profitable, because you can buy low and you can buy low and sell high, and that's one of the things that Jawo is going to be doing for a lot of our users, right? So let's go on. Please, so let's keep sharing the video, right? And make your please comment, so we know where you are, watching us from. So what basically are cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies are digital currencies, so that means that it's not something that is tangible, it's not something you can hold. They are also what we can call alternative currencies of the internet. In fact, the way it's going, the evolution of the web, we had Web 1, we had Web 2 and Web 3, and in Web 3, which is where there is ownership, the currency of Web 3 actually is cryptocurrency. So you need to get into that. And cryptocurrencies also use decentralized control as opposed to centralized electronic money. What does that mean? So that means that Bitcoin is not controlled by any central bank anywhere in the world. And one of the things that is so important about that is that the forces that that influence the use, the adoption, the value of cryptocurrencies is not controlled by any government. It's actually controlled by the users themselves and the demand and supply for it. And that's why it's so important for us to get into this amazing system. Now, what are some of the things, what are some of the uses of cryptocurrencies? So one of them, there are many. One of it is for storage of value. Let me give you a typical example. So for instance, a lot of people know, especially in this part of the world, in Africa, people are aware of how naira valuation, devaluation, a lot of African currencies always easily lose their value. So they prefer to, many people in quote will buy dollar. Now, even in cryptocurrencies, there are stable coins that are pegged to the dollar. Now, beyond that, when you hear stuff like stable coin, as the name implies, it means it's stable. So that means that if you store your money in a cryptocurrency that is a stable coin pegged to the dollar, it means that now it will still be, the value will always be $1. 2 years time, the value will always be $1. 10 years time, the value will always be $1. Now, but what some people now do is, some people, which is one of also the services we are going to be offering in Jawo, is that some people even store it in Bitcoin. Right? So imagine that you stored, let's say you stored 100,000 naira about 5 years ago in Bitcoin. I tell you, your 100,000 naira will be nothing less than 500,000 naira now. So what does that mean? That means cryptocurrencies are huge, especially if you get the right one. And that's why, we are bringing out all this information. And that's why we have also created Jawo, so that you don't need to stress yourself with all that, information, so we can sort that out for you. Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies also right now are used for payments. In fact, one of the first, automobiles that, adopted cryptocurrencies, especially Bitcoin, was Lamborghini. Right? For those who don't know, that's the reason why most Bitcoin millionaires, especially the early adopters, those who probably got Bitcoin when it was like $10, $300, $500, $2,000, the first car most of them buy is Lamborghini. Why? Because they accept Bitcoin. Right now, they also even accept Ethereum. There are also even some, I heard even Ferrari and some of these other, sports, car manufacturers, at this time they accept as payment. Bitcoin also is even accepted in many hotels. It's accepted even in Nigeria on a couple of websites. Even right now, even on PayPal, you can pay using Ethereum and Bitcoin. So you need to wake up. It's a new dawn. Bitcoin also is used for remittance, and of course it's used for trading, which is one of the features in which we are doing. Thank you. I see you, Kelechi. Thank you for joining in. You say well done. Thank you very much. So please keep sharing the video, and if you're getting value, let me know that you're getting value. Okay? And of course, it's used as money transfer. And one of the most amazing things about money transfer, let me say this to you. So now, in the traditional system, if you are going to change, let's say you wanted to send about $5,000 to somewhere in America, you probably have to pay through your nose in the bank, and it will take you, it probably take you like 2 weeks. But one of the fantastic things about cryptocurrencies is that if you can send that same amount of money, right? And what you will pay will be less than $10 for the millions you want to send, and the person will get it in a maximum of, let's say, like 10 minutes. I mean, it's awesome. It's amazing. And this is one of the reasons why government is so upset. This is the reason, because, you know, to some degree, one of the things cryptocurrency does, it cuts out the middlemen. It even reduces the amount you spend in money transfer. And that's one of the, it's just so amazing. It's just so amazing. That is revolutionary in itself. I mean, it has made transfer of money cheaper. It has made it even more, accessible to people. It's also made it so easy. So wherever you are in Nigeria, I can send money to Ghana, I can send money to Ukraine. In fact, one of the things that helped the people in Ukraine during this war, after the bank systems were shut down, was the fact that they could even use cryptocurrencies. They could use cryptocurrencies. I mean, that's really amazing. That's really amazing. In fact, during the EndSARS movement, when the government was trying to shut down, protesters by shutting down their banks, what do you think happened? People started using cryptocurrencies. People started using cryptocurrencies, and they were still funding it up and down. And that itself is revolutionary. What are some of the other uses of cryptocurrencies? It's used to fund businesses, for sure. Even in Jawo, for instance, cryptocurrency is what we are using to fund ourselves. I mean, the trading that we have, experience we've gotten from here, and the trading we are making, we are using that money to bootstrap ourselves. And of course, cryptocurrencies are also used for donations. There are many people that did that. In fact, recently, I think that was last year, the founder of Ethereum, which is also another cryptocurrency, I think he gave about $1 billion worth of Shiba Inu. He gave it to charities. I mean, that's massive. That's massive. I mean, even just to give out that kind of donation, if you are not using cryptocurrencies, you probably will spend nothing less than 20% of that amount to send out the money. Imagine you want to donate, but you still need to use money again, to help you donate. But I mean, with cryptocurrencies, he probably will spend less than $10 to donate about 1 billion. I mean, that is revolutionary. That is revolutionary. Are you getting anything so far? If you are getting value, I want you to type, I'm getting value. And please share this video. Let more people come in. Let more people join us so that they can, have a wonderful time as you are also having. And now, how do they run? Cryptocurrencies, they run on a blockchain. They run on a blockchain. And what's a blockchain really? It's almost like the name implies, it's a block of change, right? So what is a blockchain? Blockchain is like a digitalized, decentralized public ledger. So when you hear the word ledger, that might be a mouthful, right? But I need you to understand that for every transaction that happens in the physical, there is somewhere that it has to be documented. But the difference in the blockchain right now is that you can have a transaction with someone, that's if you are not using a cryptocurrency, you can have a transaction with someone, let's say bank to bank, and the people who have that information are yourself, the person who receives the money, and the bank. So, and if any other person wants to have access to it, they probably will have to come on, they have to request from the bank. And if the bank doesn't want to give the details, then there's nothing they can do. But the difference right now is that every transaction that happens in cryptocurrencies is open. It's a public thing. Anybody can see the transaction. All they need is a transaction ID. They probably might not know who the people are, but the transactions are there. And so the blockchain is a decentralized, digitalized public ledger of all cryptocurrencies transactions. So all the transactions you've ever done on cryptocurrency, if you still have the ID, you can see it. And it is powered by many independent supercomputers in diverse locations around the world. You know what this means? This is one of the reasons why it is it is impossible to shut down the blockchain. And that's why it's impossible for you people, no matter whatever governments do, no matter what people try to do, it is impossible to shut down Bitcoin. It is impossible to shut down, cryptocurrencies. Why? Because, for you to be able to shut down a cryptocurrency, you need to locate all the thousands and millions of supercomputers in all the different locations in the world, and you need to shut them down. And I don't think that's not possible. I mean, that's not possible. There's no superhero that even has that kind of power, right? That kind of power. So please, in the comment section, thank you, Benin City. I see you, Benin City, someone from Benin City. Thank you. Please keep sharing the video. If you are getting value, type I'm getting value. And also please share with your friends, share with others so that they can also learn as you're learning. And all this public ledger, all these transactions are done without a central server. So it's not very easy to hack it. You know, when there's a central server, that means it's easy to hack. But this one now, they are diverse servers. So how you going to hack thousands of servers? You need to first locate them. Then you need to now know how to, you know, how to access them. I mean, it's a whole lot of work, and without a central bank. I mean, and that's just one of the most amazing and fantastic things about the blockchain technology, right? Right, and of course, because of this blockchain, there are many advantages that we have. So one of the advantages of cryptocurrencies is its security. So unlike when a robber comes to your house, or, you know, back in the days when we're not even yet, you know, digitally cashless, and they come and just take your money, cryptocurrency is totally different. In fact, a bank or a government cannot even seize any of your bitcoins. They can't seize any of your cryptocurrencies unless you give them probably your passkeys and your passwords. So you know why, and you know why this is so important in terms of security. So this means that even if, as long as you know your passwords, as long as you know your passkeys, no matter whatever is stolen, even if it's your laptop that was stolen, if you still know your passkeys and your passwords, guess what? Cryptocurrencies are safe. And one of the advantages again is very accessible, very accessible. So as long as you have internet connection, wherever you are in the world, it's not like, oh my God, how will I change my dollar to naira? How will I? No, you don't need any of that. As long as you are in that country, all you need to do is just change that cryptocurrency into the fiat currency wherever you are. And like I've mentioned before, one of the advantages of cryptocurrency is that it cannot be shut down. And of course, the low transaction fees, you know, like I've mentioned, you know, before. And unlike the Forex trading system, where you can only trade Forex during, you know, the day, during the day day and night, but it's only during a 24-hour circle. The cryptocurrency space is 24/7, 24/7, 24/7. Weekend. So even right now, it's popping. And that's advantageous. You know what that means? That means that 24/7, you know, there are opportunities to earn from cryptocurrencies. That's amazing. I think cryptocurrencies and the inventors of cryptocurrencies, they deserve a round of applause. Can we just give a round of applause? Give a round of applause to them. You know, that's just fantastic. Yes, of course, advantages also is high volatility. Some people are wondering, how is that an advantage? I've mentioned that before. If you're joining in, thank you for joining in. Let's know where you are, you know, joining in from, and please keep sharing the video so that others also, you know, can gain from what we are doing. So what's some of the advantage of high volatility? So this means, for instance, that you have the advantage to buy low and sell high. I've been in the crypto space since 2017, and I can tell you I've seen a whole lot. And I've seen, a lot of advantage. Right now that people are afraid, I can tell you authoritatively that by this time, in 2 years' time, the minimum that Bitcoin will be priced is $100,000. And one of the advantages I think I even need to add to this slide is that cryptocurrencies have the ability to transfer great wealth to those who understand them. And that's kind of what is one of the things we're trying to do with Jawo, you know, so that people can benefit from that. And of course, cryptocurrencies are fully transparent because they are on an open ledger system, which is, you know, the blockchain, right? And like I've said, there are many currencies, there are many, companies now that accept crypto. Nutella, Shopify, even Google itself, PayPal, Lamborghini, Dell, Wikipedia, Microsoft, Overstock. There are even flights right now. There are hotels right now. There are a whole lot of people that are accepting cryptocurrency. So you could even use it even to go to space right now. You could pay, to go to space, even using cryptocurrency. You could buy even real estate. You could buy houses, even with, cryptocurrency. Even right now, there are even some houses that you can buy even with an NFT, right? You could even pay for advertisement. It's a revolution. It's a revolution. So you don't even want to sleep on it, at all. So let's go quickly into some of the cryptocurrencies. If you're getting value, please say I'm getting value, and please keep sharing the video so that others, can join us. Now, one of the things that is amazing about my slide was that this was created in 2018, right? This was created in 2018, and when I saw it just some days ago, I was amazed at the price. So, but before I even go to the price here, let me just share this. So, what's Bitcoin? Bitcoin, of course, is the first cryptocurrency. The concept, and its white paper was created in 2008 by someone with the pseudonym of Satoshi Nakamoto. And the Bitcoin network came alive in January 2009. 2009, yeah. And that makes it about like 12 years ago, right? And the reason people loved it was the fact that a lot of people do not trust central banks. And even during that time, there was a kind of recession. So people were looking for alternative ways, to earn. And Bitcoin has now become the most widely accepted singular asset in the world. At the time when I created this slide in 2018, the price of Bitcoin was $5,892. And the following year, guess what happened? In 2019, Bitcoin rose to 68,000. Do you see the volatility? So even those who I trained then, and I was talking to them, if they had bought and just even held till now what's even the price of Bitcoin? Let's look at it even with the whole volatility, right? Let's see if, if this would have even still been a good trade, right? Are you following? If you're following, say I am. If you're following, say I am. So let's even dig in and find out what is the present price of Bitcoin. Okay, let's look at that. Let's look at that. Bitcoin, I think, is trading about, it should be about 12 and 21,000 something. Let's just go there. Right? If you're getting value, say I'm getting value. All right. Yeah, so if you look over, you see the price of Bitcoin. I will still make it a big, that's the first one you can see over there. Bitcoin, was the price of Bitcoin at the moment? Bitcoin is, see it, it's 21,000. So imagine, in 2008, it's 21,000. Now, let me now show you something that I want you to see, even though in our next, discussions, I will be sharing some more light on this. Now, watch this. Now, this is the volatility of Bitcoin, right? This is its volatility. But look at this. Let me show you something. So if we go to, just a moment. So if we go to all, watch this. Maybe I should make this bigger if it's possible. So if we go to all, there is something quite amazing. Now watch this. In 2014, watch this. This is 2014. In 2014, the price of Bitcoin was $955 in 2013. Right. Now watch this. Look at this. This means that even with the volatility, what does this say? Since 2017, right? Bitcoin has not gone back to this level. So look at the volatility. Look at this. So when you hear people say Bitcoin has crashed, they don't understand. They don't understand. In 2013, look at the value. The value was just was just $88. $88. This is amazing. This is amazing. And it rose to as high as, what is right here? It rose to as high as 51,000 in 2021. In 2021, late 2021, it rose to 28,000. Who does that? There is no asset, gold, stock, there is no asset that has performed this kind of way in the last 10 years. In the last 10 years, Bitcoin has increased in growth by over 280 something thousand %. That is huge. That is huge. And that's just fantastic. That's just fantastic. So one of the reasons why we have even created, Jawo is so that those who don't understand the volatility of cryptocurrencies can still take advantage of that, without understanding any of all these technicalities. So let's look at some other ones, all right? So there's also Ethereum, and Ethereum is like the second, cryptocurrency with the largest, volume. It's like, the one with the largest volume, second largest volume, is Ethereum. And Ethereum, at the time of this writing also, when I did this back in 2018, the price was just about $411,000. $411. Can you imagine that? And right now, Ethereum is about 1,030 something. In fact, Ethereum, even last year, was about 3,000 and something. So can you imagine? There's a whole lot of, yes, there's a technology which is fantastic, but there's a whole lot of wealth that can be gained if you understand what cryptocurrencies, are about, right? And we'll look at some others before I throw in. If we have any questions, please keep sharing this video. If you're getting value, please type "I'm getting value," all right? And we also have Ripple. Ripple is also one of those cryptocurrencies, is still here, even though, it's not like in the top 3 anymore, because there are many others that have come up, but we also have Ripple. We have Bitcoin Cash. In the case of Bitcoin Cash was like a group of guys who are trying to, they thought they could dethrone the king by himself. That's Bitcoin, and they tried to create their own alternative network, still running kind of like Bitcoin. And at that time it was about $657. That was the price. It even rose to as high as 3,000 and something, 4,000 or something, even 12,000 if I'm not mistaken. Even though it has gone down now. But one of the things, and this is one of the things about Jawo that we love so much. Guess what? Depending on your risk appetite, there are some coins we buy, right? And 2 coins you can never go wrong with is Bitcoin. Watch this. Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can't go wrong. There are some others like BNB and a couple of others. You can't go wrong with them. There's no time you buy them. Minimum of 2 years, you will still be in profit. And that's just one of the fantastic and amazing things, about cryptocurrencies, right? We also have EOS. There are a couple of other, cryptocurrencies like that. So before we go up today, I just want us, I don't know, what we are doing with this information and how, this is affecting our understanding of cryptocurrencies. But one thing we can assure you is this. There is a whole lot of advantages for you to tap into the cryptocurrency space. And even if you don't understand what cryptocurrencies are about and how they work, that's where we come in. That's what Jawo can do for you. We can help you navigate that and make a profit. And we'll be launching very soon. We're launching on the 8th of August. We cannot wait to have many of you join us. And if you've not already even signed up for that, I don't know what you're waiting for. You need to check out, you need to do that as quick as possible. Just go to jawo.io, right? Jawo.io, right? Go to jawo.io and just go and sign up. Just go and sign up, right? We have less than 21 days. To launch. So go and sign up because there's a whole lot of advantages that you have, for you to just sign up on Jawo so that you can also take advantage of, the volatility of cryptocurrencies without having to know how to, trend charts and do all this. We will do all that for you and you will be able to profit. And we also have a profit, of course, that we gain from that. So if you have gained value, can you say I've gained value? Can you type you have gained value wherever you are? And you have any questions, and now be a good time for you to just send your questions through the chat so that I can quickly answer and we can call it a day. All right? So now I'm waiting on you for your questions. share this video, even though people didn't, some of your friends didn't join online, still share it. And like we promised, for those who are invited 15 of their friends, and also share this video 15 times. When we launch, we're going to be getting 10,000 worth of Ethereum, and I mean into your Jawo wallet, which you can use to trade, or you can even withdraw if you want. So looking forward to all of us joining in that. So till I see you again, there'll be another live session very soon. We're going to keep you posted. We're going to even make it more interactive. We're also going to get a couple of other people to join in the conversation. I remain your most loyal party, the Uncle Soj, SOJ. Thank you for joining in. I see you again later. Thank you.